Have you ever wondered why an apple falls straight down from a tree instead of floating off into the sky? Or why we ourselves are firmly planted on the ground instead of drifting off into the cosmos? The answer to these questions lies in an invisible force that governs our universe, gravity. Welcome to the world of gravitational pull, a force that not only keeps our feet on the ground but also keeps the planets in our solar system in perfect alignment. This force is described by a universal law known as the law of gravitation. The law of gravitation, put forward by Sir Isaac Newton in the late 17th century, explains how every particle of matter in the universe attracts every other particle. Think of it like an invisible string pulling two objects towards each other. But how strong is this pull? Well, that depends on two factors: the masses of the objects and the distance between them. According to the law of gravitation, the force between two objects is directly proportional to the product of their masses. This means the heavier the objects, the stronger the pull. If you were to double the mass of one object, the force of attraction would double as well. On the other hand, the force of attraction is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the objects. This means that the further apart the objects are, the weaker the gravitational pull. If you were to double the distance between two objects, the force of attraction would become 1/4. In essence, the law of gravitation is a balance of these two factors. The larger the masses and the closer the objects, the stronger the gravitational pull. Conversely, the smaller the masses and the further apart the objects, the weaker the gravitational pull. This law doesn't just apply to apples falling from trees or us walking on Earth. It governs the motion of planets and their moons, the formation of galaxies, and even the expansion of the universe. Johannes Kepler, an astronomer of the 17th century, utilized this law to mathematically explain the motion of planets around the sun. To summarize, Newton's law of gravitation tells us that every particle of matter in the universe attracts every other particle. The strength of this attraction depends on the masses of the objects and the distance between them. The larger the masses and the closer the objects, the stronger the pull. The smaller the masses and the further the objects, the weaker the pull. The universal law of gravitation is a fundamental concept that helps us understand the world around us and beyond. It's the invisible force that keeps our universe in order, and without it, life as we know it would cease to exist. So, the next time you see an apple fall from a tree, remember the unseen force that governs our universe: gravity.